if you watch this video until the end, I guarantee that you will get so much value that it'll explode your business. And if you don't, I'll give you 10 times your money back. So see what I did there? That is called a guarantee, where I remove the risk. And obviously, I'm just playing around. But guarantees are so powerful. And I have signed so many clients because I have a guarantee. And they've said to me, Jordan, you are the only person who I've ever had a conversation with that has offered me a guarantee. And in the agency space, it's mind-blowing that almost everybody doesn't do the same thing. Because in what industry do you go and you get a service or a product and there's no guarantee that it'll work, all right? And so a guarantee will instantly boost your conversions by more than 30%. And if you don't have a guarantee, you're an idiot, and this is how you put it together. So I first came across these ridiculous guarantees that increase sales and perceived likelihood of achievement and perceived value from Alex Hormozi. And also, yes, I am in a robe. This is the third video that I have made in a robe. If you like the robe videos, leave me a like. Cool. So what a guarantee actually does, if we have a look at the value equation from Mr. Hormozi, we have the dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice equals value, right? And so perceived likelihood of achievement is the thing that we are going to be increasing with a killer guarantee. You can also layer on more perceived likelihood of achievement by pummeling people with social proof and case studies. So if you have a really good offer and you have an enormous wall of social proof and you have a crazy guarantee, almost everything else is irrelevant. Almost everything else is irrelevant. The marketing is almost irrelevant. It's far more important to have those three things stacked, right? So if you have the offer and you have killer case studies and tons of social proof, and it's just like, I had a call with somebody the other day and they have no social proof. I'm like, what are you doing? All right, so that needs to be key. But guarantees are the way that you increase the perceived likelihood of achievement by removing all the risk from the person who is purchasing and put it on you. And the guarantee that you offer should make you slightly uncomfortable. If it doesn't, it's not a good enough guarantee. And I'm going to tell you how to put together a guarantee and all the different types of guarantees that there are. So, the buyer fears risk more than they fear the price. They are more likely to avoid the pain than they are to go after the goal. And so if you can avoid the risk, like if you can remove the risk, they're far more likely to say yes and take the first step. Guarantees remove that risk by increasing the perceived likelihood of achievement and reducing the sacrifice. So a guarantee must spell out, if you don't get X in Y time, then we will insert thing here. Many people make the mistake of saying, if you don't get X in Y time, and then there's no we will, right? So the we will Z is the really important part here. So for example, lose 5 pounds in 14 days or we'll coach you for free until you do. Or Domino's, one of the best guarantees in the existence of selling things in general is delivered to you in 30 minutes or the pizza is free. So it's like you're thinking to yourself, I really want to get some pizza, but like I don't know if I have time, like I have to get the kids and then and you go, well, they're so confident that they can deliver it to me in 30 minutes. What's the worst that can happen? I get a free pizza and I wait 40 minutes. I could do that. So that's what you want people to think. You want people to go, I guess I've got nothing to lose. Okay, let's take the first step. Because the first step is the hardest. So there are 4 types of guarantees that Hormozi talks about. The first is unconditional guarantees, and this is the strongest but the highest risk for you or me. And it's a no questions asked type of guarantee, right? Buyers can request a refund for any reason. There's no steps required. It's a pure no questions asked type of refund. Now, I would not recommend this for high ticket because people take advantage of that sometimes. That being said, I do offer it to clients that come in and I'm like, look, first 7 days, you don't like me, you don't like the way I do business, you don't like my team, whatever, you don't like the color of my website. 7 days, unconditional. We don't need to work together. I don't want your money. Take it back, right? So you can do that. And that has pushed me over the edge sometimes to purchase mentoring. It's like in the first couple of days, if you come and you don't like it, look, get your money back. And then there are conditional ones. So risk-free guarantees that convert. You've got gym weight loss program. Try us for 30 days. If you're not blown away, full refund. Online course. If you're not happy, email me at support, blah, 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 and we'll refund you in 61 minutes. Adding numbers like this always helps. Now, when you only use this when your fulfillment cost is low and your product is undeniably good. If your product is garbage, you're just going to have lots of guarantee. You're going to have lots of refunds, and you're going to lose money. Now, the conditional guarantee is where the magic really happens, because this is the biggest category, and there's tons of little subcategories, and I'm going to break them down all for you. So, the buyer must complete specific actions, and the conditions protect you, the seller, and the guarantees should be better than money back. Even just saying money back, oftentimes people have gone like blind, nose deaf to it, or whatever you want to call it, because all these scammy dropshippers have used it 1,000 times. 30-day money back guarantee, and it's just like it sounds like an infomercial. So I would always suggest to try and create some creative way of saying we'll give you your money back, or we'll give you something better than your money back. So a conditional guarantee is perfect for high-ticket, coaching, agency, and B2B. So if that's you, listen up. Now, the first one is, these are all the sub-niches of conditional, right? So double or triple refund guarantee. So if you do the work and you fail, you are paid more than you paid me. So Jason Flatlin talks about this, pitched this in one of his courses. He's like, so you purchase his system, and then if you spend $1,000 on ads following his system and you don't make the money, they'll buy your store off you for 25 grand. Like, pretty powerful. Also, Hormozi talks about a guarantee offered for gym launch, where it was like fly out to our headquarters or whatever and do the gym launch thing. And if you don't absolutely love it, we'll refund your whole ticket price, and also the flights and accommodation, we'll refund that as well. So it's like double or triple, so you really go, wow, they are so confident, I guess I've got nothing to lose. Service guarantee. So this is something that I implement in and amongst a whole bunch of other things. You keep working with them for free of charge until X is achieved. So we will work with you for free until you get 10 booked calls. Alex says that this is one of the most powerful guarantees in existence, because you can go the worst case. All right, and I pitched it like this when I present to clients. I go, we will generate $100,000 of pipeline for you in the next 90 days, or we will work for free until we do. So the worst case is that we plug in all the systems, give you all the SOPs, give you all the templates, give you all the scripts that we know work, plug all of this in, install this system, and then give that system to you, hand you the keys and the blueprint and all of the operating manual, and you will have $100,000 in pipeline in the next 90 days. And that's the worst case scenario. And you will be significantly closer to your goal than when you are now. That's the worst case, all right? So that's the worst case, and we guarantee that that's going to work. The best case is here, but let's just say the worst case, this is the worst case. You 10x your return, you're winning. So the third one is a modified service guarantee. You give them another X long period of service or access to your product or service. So it's a 90-day program. If you don't hit X, you get 90 more days for free. Pretty self-explanatory. A credit-based system. So you give them back what they paid, but in a credit towards any service you offer. So didn't like it, then get your full amount back as credit towards another service. So this can be used during an upsell process to seal the deal on a service they are unsure they will like. The pro tip. Personal service. So you work with me one-on-one for free until they reach X result. So if you don't hit X, I will personally work with you. So I personally work with the founders that I work with currently. But if I get to a stage where I have too many people and I have a team, then I can say I will personally work with you for free one-on-one until you hit that goal. But it typically works best for courses, info. And I'm not selling info. Well, I guess I am. I mean, segue into the Shipping Society, which I guess is my info product, but it's really more of a community. Like if you guys want to be a part of the Shipping Society, we have a whole bunch of SOPs, breakdowns, workshops, and stuff in here. We've just had a massive win recently from Mir. Look at this. Let's go, bro. $7,000 cash collected. Here's how it happened. Congratulations, man. I am so stoked for you. Oh, wow. This is super exciting. So, like, look, if you guys want to scale an agency or you're a consultant and you want more leads, then this is the place that you need to be. We're currently, I'm not ranting and raving about it, but we're having a Black Friday 60% off sale. You can lock this in for $49 a month. And then you get access, direct access to me. I create Loom videos for you, breakdowns for you. Once a week I get on a call. Sometimes there's only a handful of people there, so a lot of the time you get one-on-one. I can use, what I will often do is bring up ACQAI and break down your business and then give you actionable advice. And so if all you did is come in for 1 month and have one call, it would be, you would get 10x the value because I charge $500 for a call. All right? So if you want that, click the link below. Check it out. It's going to be closing very soon. $49. All right? Anyway, back to the man in a blue robe screaming at you on Thanksgiving Day at 10 p.m. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Hope you are spending time with family and giving thanks. And I am thankful that you have watched an 11-minute video all this way. So if that's you, leave me a heart emoji down below. Okay. Ancillary cost guarantee. So if you don't receive value, we'll reimburse your product and your hotel airfare. So this is similar to what we're talking about here. Double, triple refund guarantee. It's more specific to all the ancillary costs. So you could do this like if you follow our ads program and you don't get the results, then we will refund you not only the cost of the program, but also the cost of the ad spend. And like I said, the hotel and airfare example. Delayed second payment guarantee. So this is, you wouldn't think this is a guarantee, but it certainly is. We won't bill them again until they make or get their first outcome. So like setup fee today and then full retainer only after you get your first sale. So that's really powerful as well because you're like, all right, well, what's the worst case here is that I'm only going to get charged once I get success. That makes sense. You continue paying their ancillary costs until they reach their first outcome. If you don't get your first book call in 14 days, we pay for ad spend until you do. Just imagine an agency telling you that and you think to yourself, wow. Release of service guarantee, so you let them out of their contract free of charge. So tied into contracts, cancel anytime without cancellation fees. That's a pretty weak guarantee. But then we have the anti-guarantee. So this is like all sales are final type of guarantee. And it works really well for info when it's like, now you've seen something, you can download it and you can't unsee it, you can't unlearn it. And all of a sudden you've revealed the secret source. And so even like saying that there is no guarantee is a guarantee in and of itself, which is crazy. So you go, we reveal our proprietary funnel. So once you see it, you can't unsee it. All sales are final. This includes copy you can legally steal. That is why all sales are final. But you need to explain why all sales are final. You can't just say nothing. You need to say there is no guarantee. Once you're in, that's it. So if you're not serious, this is not for you, right? And then you frame it that way. And then number 4 is also a favorite of mine called the implied guarantees, which is usually performance or pay per result. And so because you are getting paid to deliver them results and you're getting a portion of that, the implication is that you guarantee the results because otherwise your incentive is to get them results because you make money in the process. And obviously we're all in it for ourselves to make money. We're not trying to run a charity here, right? And so the implied guarantee is that the results will come because you are vested in the outcome. So pay per show agency, a lot of lead generation agencies do this pay per show. Not a big fan of it. Rev share, I've done that in the past and made a killing. A I've knocked it off for the next couple of months just to test out how it works, because it's often complicated, and I would rather get people in and increase their lifetime value. Oftentimes with rev share, it's a little bit difficult to get it over the line, because how do you calculate that rev share? And it makes things complicated because they have a profit margin, etc. But if you can make it work, I have made the most money from clients, like gigantic paydays from rev share. Profit share, 20% of profit above baseline, or pay per pound, so you can go $50 every pound you lose. And these are implied guarantees. And now you go, okay, well, which one do I pick, Jordan? And you go, you don't need to pick. You can get all of them and cram them in there. Because, again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to increase the perceived likelihood of achievement. We're not trying to put in one simple guarantee, although in a perfect world that would be fantastic, but you can stack them. And so I have conditional and unconditional guarantees. So a 7-day, no questions asked, even in the Shipping Society, I have risk-free 7-day, no questions asked refund guarantee, plus a 30-day conditional guarantee, plus a 90-day first client guarantee. So it's like unconditional guarantee, conditional guarantee, which is if you attend 2 of the workshops and you complete some of the video content, and then another conditional guarantee, 90-day first client guarantee, which, if you were paying attention, was first outcome guarantee. So if you are not stacking your guarantees, you should, because it makes it way more powerful. So you can do 30-day no questions asked refund, plus if you do the work and you don't make 10K, for example, we'll triple your refund, as an example. And then you can stack conditional. So you go make 10K in 60 days, make 30K in 90 days if you do steps 1, 2, and 3, or your money back, or we work with you for free until we do, or delay the second payment, or whatever, right? And so you can get creative with this. But you go, okay, well, Jordan, which one do I pick? You know, I run a consulting firm, I run an agency, or I'm a whatever. Okay, so if you have a low-ticket B2C product, usually unconditional guarantees are the best. You can get creative with some conditional guarantees, but usually unconditional is the best. I would steer away from saying 30-day money-back guarantee. You can do stuff like Hormozi goes a 30-day club a baby seal guarantee. So if after 30 days of working with us, you wouldn't want to club a baby seal to death to stay in the program, then get all your money back. Because it's a visceral, visual language that you're using, and people are much more likely to remember that, and it'll stand out, and it'll avoid the deafness that people have with 30-day money back. If you're a high-ticket coach agency, conditional is fantastic. So a paid ads agency uses conditional or implied. If you're an info product or there's some kind of stealable IP, like a copywriting swipe file or something, you use a anti-guarantee, right? All sales final, that kind of stuff. Stefan Georgi in his RMBC method, for example, uses that, which is here, by the way. And he has some special going on for Black Friday where he delays the second payment, and I may or may not purchase it. We'll see. But anyway, implied guarantee. So a lead gen agency uses implied guarantees, oftentimes pay per call, pay per show up, pay per whatever. And so you get paid on a result. If you're thinking, where do you begin? Okay, step 1 is to define the outcome. And step 2 is to define the timeline. And then step number 3 is to define what happens if you don't achieve the outcome in the timeline. So the or what portion of the guarantee, which is really important. And then step number 4 is to pick 1 to 4 unconditional, conditional, anti, or implied guarantees and stack them if you need. Step 5 is to add conditions. So people will take advantage of you unless you add conditions. And you want to force people into success. So when I say conditional guarantees are that you attend the call and you watch some of the content, because I know if you attend a call, I'm going to help you. I know if you watch the content, and so if you just come in, you spend your money, and after 60 days, you're like, oh, it's not for me. I mean, that's your problem, not mine. Like, all of the success is, like, everything you need to succeed is here. I'm here helping you. And so like you can bring a horse to water, you can't make it drink or whatever, but each case is slightly different. But look, I would prefer to force you into success and have you succeed than have you just hang around and not succeed and then say that this is a terrible program or whatever. And then step number 6 is just run the refund math, right? So more people will, like more than 30%, it'll almost instantly increase your sales by 30% just by having a guarantee, period. And if you don't have a guarantee and you want to make more sales, just add a guarantee and you will make 30% more sales, period. But people will action the guarantee. So the only math that you need to do is like, are the people coming in because of the guarantee being there now more than the people I'm paying out and refunding and losing the cost of acquiring that customer in the first place? And almost always, the answer will be yes. So run that math, have the numbers, and then figure it out. And then insert it into your pitch. So unless people know about your guarantee, it doesn't exist, plain and simple. Like it's about perceived value, not about value. It's about perceived value. You need to communicate it. So common mistakes are that the guarantee is too vague. Guarantee what, when, how, based on what? Like, 30-day money-back guarantee is like, what is that unconditional? Is it what is it based on? That's why I don't want to use that ever. Even on my website, right, I have a guarantee and I offer something for free. You can see here, I have the Starbucks Venti Value Guarantee. If this isn't the most valuable marketing plan you've ever gotten, I'll send you a $10 Starbucks gift card so you can drown the disappointment in some overpriced Frappa Latte.
If you're a B2B technology...
And that's for a free offer. So whatever you can do to add a guarantee. There's no timeline, so we'll help you get clients all your money back. So there's no why, there's no force, no urgency. Buyer doesn't believe it. There's no or what. So you go, we guarantee results. Or what? Or what? Are you going to work with me for free? Or what? You're going to do a backflip? What? Or there's too many conditions. So you go, we guarantee this, but you have to attend all the calls. You have to send in the note. You have to send in all the workbooks. You have to take all the notes. You have to do 25 backflips. It's just like, oh. And then a lot of people, believe it or not, will still make this mistake of masking a weak product with a crazy guarantee like this and then end up destroying their business. And then not doing any refund math is another mistake. And all of this just is attracting low quality customers. These are common mistakes. So lastly, these are some examples to give you guys get the juices flowing. So if you're an agency, 10 booked calls in 30 days, or we work for free. If you don't get 3 ROI positive campaigns, double your money back. Get 3 winning ad creatives in 45 days, or your next 5 creatives are free. Hit 50,000 impressions in 30 days, or you get the next 30 days of content for free. 3 sales qualified appointments in 14 days, or we waive your next month. Coaching or info. Lose 5 pounds in 3 weeks, or we train you for free for 1 month. If you don't land a client in 30 days, we refund you, pay your ad spend. Land 3 interviews in 30 days, or we rewrite your resume and coach you for free. Close your first deal in 21 days, or I personally coach you until you do. And then for SaaS, only pay when you use it is an implied guarantee. Second month build only after you get your first activation. Fully onboard your team in 7 days, or your first month is free. Save 10 hours this month, or your next month is free. E-commerce, love it, or it's free. It's better than 30 days, but whatever. If you don't see results in 30 days, full refund. Not bad. Clearer skin in 14 days, or every penny back. Again, try as hard as you can to stay away from the term 30-day money-back guarantee. Even when I say it, I want to go to sleep. Local businesses, 6-week transformation, or 6 weeks for free. Pizza delivery in 30 minutes, or it's free. Spotless home in 2 hours, or you get the next 2, or you get 2 free sessions. Love your haircut, or we fix it for free, and your next cut is free. And so one of the biggest reasons that I go to the same barber and I travel 20 minutes to go and see him every single time is because I'm afraid if I go to a new barber, they're going to screw it up and I'm going to hate it. And then I've just paid and waited and like they destroyed my hair. If they have a guarantee, I'm just going to assume that they are of a higher quality than anyone else because no one has ever said anything about a guarantee when I've cut my hair. So if you are any type of business, you don't even need to be an agency. If you're a barber shop, you need to be having a guarantee. So look, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Join the Shipping Society, get 60% off. We're rocking and rolling in there. Congratulations, Mia. You're an absolute champion. Congrats on the $7,000 that has been collected. Well done, my friend. And if you want the same wins, click the first link down below. Check out the page. There is a 7-day unconditional guarantee, a 30-day conditional guarantee, and a 90-day guarantee based on a result. And so if you want a client signed in 90 days with all the conditions followed, then join the Shipping Society for $49, less than the price of what's $49 these days? A turkey leg. It's Thanksgiving after all. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.